So in the past couple of months, I've had maybe a dozen or so subscribers ask me what happened to the Rachmaninoff analysis series, because I released 4 videos. The last of them was about 8 months ago. I figured I kind of needed to explain what's going on with that. So as I mentioned in those videos, it was a sponsored project. And not only was it a sponsored project, but it was a collaborative group effort. As you could see, all of those charts, the cool graphics and everything were done by various people. And that made sort of my job easier of unpacking that information and presenting it in video format. One of those graphics was actually the mind map, where you could take the Rach 3 and at various levels of the piece kind of unpack the harmonies by section, so you could see the entire first movement, literally harmony by harmony, chord by chord. A lot of that was in Russian and still needs to be translated to English. I unfortunately do not speak Russian and can't read it. Now, I hate to even say this, but one of the main reasons that the project was delayed is actually the war in Europe. One of the main theory professors involved in unpacking the harmonic analysis lived in Ukraine, and as I understand, had to be evacuated and change location. A couple of the other professors were in Russia and are dealing with, the economic sanctions and the difficulty that the civilians there are facing. And the main sponsor of the project, his family is in Ukraine, so all his energy has been spent in trying to make sure that they're safe, understandably. So because of all of that, I kind of began to transition over into the Rach 3 solo piano arrangement that I've been working on for several months now. That was sponsored by the same person who had the idea for the Rach 3 analysis series, and I'm able to work on it because I don't really need a team of people. I can just work on it myself. Now, I still fully intend to go through and to finish that piece. It's just unfortunately had to slow down because I've had to take more work since I'm no longer getting the sponsorship for this project because of what's happening in Ukraine. And as my current schedule stands, I've got a ton of accompaniment music lined up through basically towards the end of May, where I'll have a break. I'll be able to kind of regroup, relaunch things. I mentioned launching the Patreon before. That is still something that I've already planned and developed. I'm just gonna have to do these gigs and make sure I get through that before I have some time and I'm able to work on that aspect of things. What does this mean for the project as a whole? I really don't know. I wish I could say. I'm praying that everything turns out well for everyone in the end and that we're able to continue this project. Never thought I would really have to face something like this, but that's the reality of the world that we're living in today. As I said, I will continue to work on the arrangement whenever I get the time, and definitely a lot more in the summer. The way that accompaniment works, it's very seasonal work. So most of my income comes from working with university students, and as it heads towards the end of semester, there's a ton of performances. Actually, I'm dressed up right now because I'm about to go play in a trombone doctoral recital. Basically, that's it. I felt like I owed all of you a response because of all the questions I've been getting. Thank you so much, by the way, for all of your support, all of your comments. It means a lot to me. I read all of them. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a slow month since I took on that extra work, but I am very much looking forward to getting back to this. I love doing this. I love playing this music. If I can find a way or figure out a method in which I can get this to kind of be a supplemental source of income and maybe grow it more, I'm definitely interested in doing that. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.